I'm Cameron Metters, and today we're going to be showing you how I make my rustic palette canvases. Let's go. So if you don't already know of a local store that gives away palettes, it's pretty easy to find them. You can go on Facebook Market, you can go on Craigslist and just type in palettes. Everybody wants to get rid of them, so they're really easy to find. First thing you're going to do is take your palette, pry up all your boards. Ta-da. I relocated somewhere a little bit cooler. I set myself up a little workspace under my porch. I personally have been using finishing nails. If you wanted to, you could actually reuse the nails that you pull out of a palette. It's a little bit easier if you have a drill, if you approach that, because you pre-drilling some holes keep your nails from bending on you, but it saves you some money. So if you don't already have nails, it's an option. Do it for even cheaper. So I've got my wood laid down across like a table. Decided that this small piece of wood wasn't going to necessarily be long or strong enough for what I wanted to do, so I went ahead and broke a board in half. I'll show you how I did that here. And I'm going to use it as the cross members to nail these pieces of wood together. And nail from the top because the heads of these are really small, and they'll probably be a little bit longer than I need. So you'll barely be able to see the heads of them from the top, and on the back I can just bend it over so it's not in my way. So to avoid nailing my palette to my chair, I only nailed them in about halfway, and now I'm going to slide the wood off of the chair to make sure it doesn't get stuck. And to my surprise, the nails actually didn't go all the way through, so cheers to that. So my next step, which is probably an optional step, is sanding. So I think that should be fine for this one. I'm actually probably going to keep this for myself and make a cool painting on it, which check out later. Another thing to think about if you do sand it, I think it's pretty important to sand the corners, especially if you're giving it to somebody, so when you pick it up you don't get splinters. Here's another palette canvas that I've made in the past. On this one I cut the wood on the back instead of just karate chopping it. So that's a little bit more uniform if you prefer that style. There's really a lot of options to personalize these to make them exactly what you want them to be. Here's just an example where I painted over some nails that I left in it. Kind of just prevents it from having the holes. But I think the holes are pretty cool also. So it's just a preference. It's really customizable as to whatever you want it to be. This one I screwed together. Hey bud. Instead of nailing together, and I also have these little hooks that you can get at any hardware store, really at any craft store also, and I just hang them on the back so it's pretty easy to handle. Isn't that right, man? So let's have a recap. So we got our palette, pried it apart with a crowbar or a hammer. You can save the nails and reuse them, or I use finishing nails. You could even use screws. I hammered it back together in the shape of a palette, and I just sanded it down a little bit. Not even a necessary step. If you don't have sandpaper, you really don't even have to worry about it. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. I hope it has helped you in your creative endeavors. Make sure you like and subscribe, and leave me some comments if you have any tips, tricks, questions. Let me know. Y'all have a great day.